Tran Quoc Ton, Marquis Hoy Van Tran Quoc Ton Han Tu, Chen Guozan 1267-12. Although there were only a few historical records about Tran Quoc Ton, he is still widely known as an example of patriotism in Vietnam while he participated and ultimately sacrificed himself for the country at a very young age. Today, story about Tran Quoc Ton is taught in Vietnamese schoolbooks, and many places in Vietnam are named in honor of this young hero. History. According to Tu Dien Bach Coatong Thur Vietnam, Marquis Hoy Van Vietnamese, Hoy Van Hao Tran Quoc Ton was born in 1267 during the reign of the Emperor Tran Van Tong. In 1279, the Yuan dynasty had the decisive victory over the Song dynasty in Battle of Yemen, which marked the end of the Song dynasty and the total control of Kublai Khan over China. As a result, Kublai Khan began to expose his attempt to take over the southern countries like Đại Việt or Champa. It was said that facing threat from the north, in October 1282, the retired Emperor Tran Van Tong and the Emperor Tran and Han Tong gathered all members of royal family, the Tran clan and officials in royal court in Binh Binh to discuss about the unavoidable war. Although being a member of the royal family, Tran Quoc Ton was not invited because the 16-year-old Marquis was too young to be considered in the meeting. As a result, Marquis Hoy Van felt so ashamed and stimulated that he crushed an orange with his own hand and began to mobilize his house servants and relatives for the purpose of fighting against the Yuan dynasty. Eventually, Tran Quoc Ton was able to form an army of over 1,000 soldiers, and he created himself a flag with 6 characters. Fa Quang Dich, bow home and defeat the strong enemy to repay the emperor's grace. Ngo Si Lien, in his work Đại Việt Su Khai Ton Thur, did not have an extensive account about Tran Quoc Ton. The historian only acknowledged that Marquis Hoy Van's troops always fought bravely against the army of the Yuan dynasty so that they had to retreat when facing Tran Quoc Ton. In the victory of Đại Việt over Mongol, General Soj Tu's navy in the Battle of Ham Tu in April 1285, Marquis Hoy Van was one of the main commanders of Đại Viet's army besides Prince Chiu Van Tran and Hat Duet, Prince Chiu Than and General Nguyen Khoi. On the 10th day of the 5th lunar month June 1285, Tran Quoc Ton continued to fight under the command of Prince Chiu Min Tran Quan Khai in the decisive Battle of Chuang Duong, in which Soj Tu's navy was almost destroyed and Kublai Khan's Prince Tagan had to retreat from Thao. The circumstance of Marquis Hoy Van's death was not written in Vietnamese accounts, but was narrated in the historical book of the Yuan dynasty, The History of Yuan. In the words of Story of Annaman History of Yuan, Tran Quoc Ton commanded his troops pursuing the Yuan army along their retreat route. During this period, Đại Việt and the Yuan dynasty had a battle near the Nhu Ngayat River, now the Cow River, where Tran Quoc Ton was appointed to command the troops by the order of Tran and Han Tong, named Tran and Hat Hien in the Yuan account. And in fact, it is possible that the Nguyen dynasty confused Hoy Van Hao Tran Quoc Ton with Hoy and Han Vuong Tran Quoc Kien. The person who was killed in Nhu Ngayat River was Hoy and Han Vuong Tran Quoc Kien, not Hoy Van Hao Tran Quoc Ton. Because the battle at Tay Ket then killed Toa Du, Hoy Van Hao Tran Quoc Ton also participated and was also rewarded after the second great victory over Mongolia. Not to mention in Viet Su Khai Yu of the Third Mongol battle, Hoy Van Hao Tran Quoc Ton is also recorded as helping in Han Hu Vuong Tran Con Du fend off the attack of Oma Nhi in Van Don Wharf. In the ensuing Battle of Bac Dang River, Hoy Van Hao Tran Quoc Ton also contributed to capturing enemy General Oma Nhi. After knowing the death of Tran Quoc Ton, the emperor mourned for the Marquis by his own funeral oration and posthumously entitled him as Prince Hoy Van Vuong. Legacy. Today, Tran Quoc Ton is still considered as one of the finest examples of Vietnamese patriotism, especially for the young generation. Stories about his spirit and action are taught in schoolbooks of several grades, while many streets, schools, and gymnasiums in Vietnam are named in honor of this young hero. ICB to face Signal Corp in some eyes. Vien Agency, Com, Vien. 2006 3 14. Retrieved 2009 11 27. Trần Quốc Toản is also the main character of several historical novels, such as Lạc Thieu Sao Chu Vang, the flag embroidered with 6 golden characters by Nguyen Hai Tuong.